Hello everyone. Today I would like to talking about the question that I leave behind in the episode 2 about the computational thinking. I hope and I really begging you guys that please check out the content and try to make your solution by yourself first before looking at this video. Okay, because you need a lot of practice. If not, then it's going to be pretty tough for you guys to survive with the examination and the project itself, because this one is actually basis of the class. Okay, to how to think systematically and how to derive it into the typical process that you can write it down in computer languages later on. Okay, come to the first games. Again, you can pause this video right now and try to resolve it by yourself first, and then you come back and check the solution later on. Okay, so I'm trying to provide only one way to answer the question in the slide. They can have like a multiple way to resolve this question for sure, and you can think differently than mine, but please see how I prove the concept, how I prove the logic, and try to do it yourself with the solution that you created, that algorithm that you define is work or not. Okay, by this question, the guessing number games, I want to write down the scenario again, that you have two person. The first person, which is right now, need to be a player, right? Remembers or memorize or thinking about only one numbers. For example, like right now is number 25, for example. Then the bot itself can ask only yes no question until they can guess this number that people think in their mind, and then check that is work within 20 question or not. If it fit the 20 question, then the bot wins. If not, the player gonna win. Okay, so I would like to simplify this logic. If we break down this one into using the computational thinking, you need to break down the question. Okay, decomposition is into the smallest chunk of process that you need to design. You might say like is contain two different things. First, the bots or the program need to know how to check the winner, right? Separately from how to guess number. And today what I would like to show the solution is going to be about the second thing. Okay, whenever you already break down the guessing number, then you might need to think like, okay, how are we gonna do this? Okay, for this question, basically you can use the observation first by the fact that, okay, if we don't really know the number, how are we gonna do? How are we gonna guess number by yes no question? Then we might think about the computational thinking way. The question that I have or show that not question, the solution that I already shown, that people mostly use divide and conquer logic. Okay, asking yes and no question to minimize the boundary of the question. Okay, but to make it more how to say approachable, then I would say, like, first of all, the bot need to find a way to create boundary of numbers, right? Because we would like to know that numbers is between, for example, 10 to 1000 first. If not, we cannot divide anymore. Okay, and then we might need to know like it's odd or even number, right? Then you can divide the possibility by half. Then what else we can do? We can see that how many digits it is it should be great. But let's say like we have only these two things. So what the bot gonna do simply means that the bot's gonna minimize the battery first, and at the same time it's trying to check that it's odd or even numbers. Okay. Then I will try to capture the patterns by check the guessing solution that I think in my mind, okay, before I written it down into algorithms. So right now we have the ideas that okay, we need to check the batteries and minimize the possibilities as much as we can. And what we're gonna do is the first question we're gonna ask odd or even number. So basically we're gonna ask for sure that is it odd number? So yes, it means we check only odd number. No, it means we check only even number. Okay. Then second is gonna be the question about the minimizing function. Okay, we need to find the battery. So what I'm gonna do is I might ask something like, is it more than 10? We might check something like this, because now we say like, is it more than 10? If they say yes, then it means the number is x is more than 10. No, it means x is less than 10. But if they said yes, in yes condition, what should we do? Because like if they say no, so we know the maximum battery, right? But if they said yes, we doesn't know the maximum battery yet. So we need to repeat the question, and we need to increasing from 10 to be, for example, like I'm gonna increasing one digit per time, so it's gonna be 100. If it's still yes, then we repeat it again to increasing it to 1000. And if it is still yes, we increase it again until the answer is no. Okay, so whenever answer become no, for example, like if it is 10,000 and the result return no, it means we know that the number should be the last number but not more than the current number. By this logic, we can find the battery of it. Also, in the same times, we can do same things with no, right? If the answer is no, it means you know maximum battery, but you doesn't know the minimum battery yet. So you repeat the question, but instead of increasing the digit, you minimize the digit. Okay, from 10 to 1 to 0.1 to 0.01 until the answer change to yes. When it change to yes, then you're gonna have another battery, for example, like from 0.01 to 0.1, for example. Now you can see the patterns. We can use the same question but repeat it again until what? Until the answer is changed. So whenever answer is changed, you're gonna get either minimum battery or maximum battery that you didn't found before. Okay, after you get the battery and you know odd and even numbers, then you need to scope down the battery for what? For make it fit the number of questions that you still have. Okay, I mean you can keep doing like this and change the numbers, and then in the end the bot's gonna find a solution for sure, but it might take longer than 20 questions. Okay, so what we can do is that if we know it's odd or even numbers, we can guess the last digit first. Okay, they have only 5 solutions in there, and we can guess second digit, third digit, and fourth digit. Okay, by this idea, we already found the patterns, right? We need to observe patterns in computational thinking. We need to do something that's called pattern recognition, and then we need to derive this logic, okay, into algorithms. So we might say that our algorithm starts from check, first step, check even or odd number. Second step, find max and min boundary. Okay, you might say like, oh, but you lost a lot of detail. If you remember, the last thing that we're gonna do before write it down to algorithm is you abstract it down, right? So right now is question about the numbers. But in future, if the question change to be like prime numbers or the numbers between 100 and 200, or it have to be repeated number or whatsoever, unrepeated number, for example, then you still be able to use this algorithm anyway. Then third, after we found the max and min boundary, what we do is we're gonna check the required condition. What does it mean? It can be asking about prime number to scope down, okay? It can be asking about repeating number, or you can ask people that is that contain 0, for example. Like you can use some required condition that can be the rule of the game itself, or some specific properties of number to ask them and scope down a lot of searching space, right? And then in the end, number 4, you start doing brute force, because now you know like the set of number that possibly gonna be, and it can be just like 10 or 12 or 15 number, then you can guess it one by one. Okay, that's it, the algorithms for guessing numbers. And the ideas to simplify it now is that we need to follow the logic from breaking down the question and then select the question one by one. You try to guess and thinking by yourself first until you found the repeated patterns. If you check the repeated patterns, then you abstract it down into algorithms. Okay, that's what computational thinking is, and by this logic, we can simply translate it into code later on in the class. Okay, with the same concept, please try to do this card sorting by yourself, please. I think this one not too difficult in comparison to the guessing numbers, but try to check, like you might have a piece of papers as a prototype yourself. You lay it down, shuffle it and lay it down, and try to see like how you selecting and sorting the paper. Then you observe the patterns, and then you written it down into the abstract form, which is the algorithms of card sorting. Please do it and put it into the comments. Okay, I will review you guys' solution, and if it have the space to refine, I will post the comment later on. Okay, thank you for this small discussion episode, and please write down in the comment that you like this kind of thing or not. But I hope it's gonna help you in the learning process. Thank you for today, and see you around. Bye bye.